So today we're working on a 2500 HD GM or Chevy. Well, it's got no emblems on it, so it doesn't really matter. 6.6 Dirty Max. It's here for brake repairs. Now the customer attempted to change his front brake pads, and he called me and he said he couldn't get both new brake pads in, so he managed to put it together with one new brake pad. And I said, well, you must not have pushed the caliper piston out. So I'm not sure what he did or didn't do. Let's get a light here and have a look. New brake pad on the inboard side, and looks like an original brake pad on the outboard side that's worn out. Now looking at this, he did not remove the pins, the caliper slide pins in here, and I would be very surprised if they're not seized. So he must have taken the whole caliper off, and chances are these caliper pins are seized in here. He wants me to do the rear as well, and I've had experience with these things. If they've been in there since new, these caliper pins do not come out. Oh my god, this one's missing the boot. No, the boots are there. That's the stupidest design there is my opinion. These caliper pins will seize in here so bad you won't be able to turn them. That pin has to pivot in here. Well, we'll pop these caps off. Hopefully he's got new caps, because you need to replace those caps. They don't come with the brake pads, I believe. So those are the two little caliper pin bolts covers that are supposed to keep the salt from getting in there. And this top bolt is turning, not a problem, but he didn't take those out. And this bottom bolt, I've got a 2-foot power bar on here, and it's not turning. Chances are it's seized in there, and that's why if that caliper won't reposition, you're not going to get the pads in there. And we'll check the rest of them, but chances are they're all going to be seized. So I pulled the rubber boot out of this side. It was partially out already, and you can see it's full of rust. That top one doesn't look too bad, but both the bottom ones are seized, and the top one didn't. I couldn't move the top one. One advantage to having this 6-inch lift in here is that it makes these two bolts accessible. Normally they would be up beside the spring, and they expect you to take the whole brake caliper assembly off and then remove these bolts. And I've broken 10mm Allen bits, so this thing's going to need two calipers. That's the only convenient way to fix this. By the time you take these pins out, you'll have to heat this caliper, heat the pin, you'll damage the boot. It's just not worth it. Just buy new calipers and be done with it. I'll try anyways. So I got the upper bolt loose on the driver's side. Basically all the lower bolts are seized, and both of them on the passenger side or driver's side rear I can't get out. I even tried heating this with the torch, and as well as the back one with the torch, but it's going to burn the seals in here if you heat it up too much. And my experience has been I've spent several hours trying to get that bolt out, so I'm going to call the calipers on this thing and be done with it.